January, a biblical reflection on the new year. In the crisp air of winter's embrace, as the calendar flips to January, we step into a month steeped in ancient symbolism, a doorway that beckons us to reflect on the past while peering into the future. Derived from Janus, the Roman god of thresholds and transitions, January embodies the duality of human experience, one face gazing backward in remembrance, the other forward in hope. I find this pagan imagery both intriguing and challenging when viewed through the lens of Scripture. The Bible offers its own profound vision of new years and renewals, rooted in God's redemptive history rather than human invention. To understand the biblical perspective, we must first recognize the Hebrew calendar's sacred rhythm, which stands in stark contrast to our modern Gregorian system. In the Old Testament, the year does not commence in the dead of winter but in the vibrant renewal of spring. Exodus 12 verse 2 declares, "This month shall be for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you," referring to Nisan, roughly March or April, the month of Passover and the Exodus from Egypt. This is the ecclesiastical New Year, a time of liberation and divine intervention, where God's people are called to remember their deliverance from bondage. Exodus 13 verse 3. It symbolizes not just seasonal rebirth but spiritual rebirth, emerging from the winter of slavery into the spring of covenant promise. Yet, the Old Testament also acknowledges a civil calendar, September or October, aligned with the fall feasts like Feast of Trumpets, Leviticus 23 verse 24. This autumnal start evokes harvest and judgment, a time for introspection before the rains of winter. Unlike January's Roman shift, originally placed after March for political and military expediency, as early calendars began with the martial month of spring, the biblical year is divinely ordained, resisting the whims of empire. The Roman adjustment, practical for military campaigns, transformed into a tradition laden with Janus's dual gaze, inviting personal resolve amid the cold. But Scripture warns against such syncretism. Remember this familiar concept all throughout the Bible and similar to Jeremiah 10 verse 2, which said, "Learn not the way of the heathen." In other words, do not adopt the world's values. The prophets railed against adopting Gentile customs, as in Jeremiah 10 verses 2 to 3, where God cautions Israel, "Do not learn the way of the nations, for the customs of the peoples are vanity." So the question presents as why do we carry on an entire month acknowledging another God? Would the Most High be okay with this? We know nothing about Janus and this God's negativity. We know very little about this God. Is Janus righteous? Is Janus evil? What do we know? This is not the Most High's New Year, so should we celebrate? What are your thoughts on this? If you are as fascinated with the Bible as we are, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future videos.